Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Tarot Tuesdays, where we explore all things tarot. I answer questions, and I also do a general reading for this upcoming week. Whenever you find this reading, there just might be some information that provides you with some clarity, direction, could be even motivation and inspiration for your life. My name is Claire Candy Hough, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon international bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. Welcome back to my loyal subscribers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more, and I would like to thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing these videos. To these videos, it does help my channel to grow. And for those people who are finding the Claire Candy Hough YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself through my full-time business since 2003. Angel Healing House. Healing practice is my business, and for 19 years, I am a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I am an intuitive, a psychic clairvoyant tarot card reader. I do past life clearings and ancestral healings, and as I mentioned, I am the author of several #1 Amazon international bestsellers. So, to find out more about my services and to find out more about my books, you can go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can phone 831-277-3716, and do remember that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are in Los Angeles, California. I'd like to send a big thank you out to all of those people who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. If you would like to donate, I have left my PayPal link in the description box below with all of my contact information. Tarot Tuesday always begins with a question, and the question that I received this week is, what are some of the rituals that you could suggest that would increase my connection to spirit and enhance my tarot card readings? Well, I have always seen reading tarot cards as doing energy work. Maybe not in the same way when I do Reiki energy sessions, but it still entails opening myself to connect with spirit, to receive messages, to be of service for the highest good of myself and the highest good of all concerned. And like with all energy work, it is best to clear any previous energies from our space by raising the vibrational frequency and increasing the light. To help us clear energy, there are certain rituals to help us focus our intention to be a clear channel for spirit. Now, even before I utter one word of my invocation, and even before I touch any of the cards, I make sure that the space I'll be reading in is clean, clear, uncluttered, and tidy. Having removed very dark energies from clients over the past 19 years, I can tell you that dark energies love to live in and are attracted to dust, dirt, cobwebs, dark, disorganized clutter, a lack of fresh air, and a lack of light. To ensure that the energies are fluid and they are free flowing, well, it's imperative to make sure that our environment is representative of these clear, light-filled energies. Now, once I have a fresh, clear space to work from, I want to make sure that my room is inviting. And one of these ways that I do this is with fragrance. One can use a room spray. I purchased this week a heavenly Palo Santo room spray for my room. Another way to create fragrance is with aromatherapy oils or incense sticks, not only to provide a lovely fragrance for the room, but also for its protective and cleansing properties. I would recommend using, well, what do we have here? We have frankincense. You see that? We have, there we go. We have, oh, it's upside down. Great. We have frankincense there. Another one is a really good one to use is white sage. And of course, you don't have to use a room spray, Palo Santo. You can always use the incense sticks. Now, very popular way is to smudge our room in between readings, in between clients. And it's very important to get the smoke from the smudge stick and to be able to go into the corners of the room and really, give it a good smudge bath. Now, there are some people who say that smudging can only be done with a feather, as the feather fans the smoke around the room and to get into the corners. But most important is to remember that there's certainly no right way and there's no wrong way. But what is most important is our intention in our hearts to bring in the highest frequency and light when we're using the fragrance or the incense. Now, another way to elevate the frequencies in our space is through sound. This can be achieved with things like Tibetan or crystal singing bowls, or one of my favorites is with bells. Anything that will shake up the energy sound-wise and increase them. You can even use, if you don't have any of those, you can use the sound of your voice to chant and to sing, which breaks up the energy and it brings in higher vibrational frequency. Or you can play those high vibrational music that has a tone of 528 or 432 hertz. Now, another great thing that you can do, and I highly recommend this, is to light candles. They bring in so much illumination and warmth, and they bring in the energies to purify the space. I love rituals in my daily life, and by lighting a candle first thing in the morning, I set the intention to be of service, only working in the highest light. Really, this sets the tone for my day to proceed peacefully and lovingly and always aligned with God Source Creator and my angelic family, the posse of angels. This works for me, and it just might work for you too. Another thing that can enhance the energies in the spaces that we're reading in is to visualize colors or utilize colors in the room that you're going to be reading in, such as visualizing bright, white, protective light of the divine. Or another thing that we can do is we can invoke the violet flame of Saint Germain, the Ascended Master, and that's the violet flame of transmutation and transformation to change the frequencies in the room. We can also visualize the room contained in a protective bubble of white light that surrounds us, not only for its connection to the divine, but it's for the highest matching frequencies to be attracted to the space that we're reading in. And even though we scrupulously follow all these steps, if we're not firmly anchored solely into the present moment, then we will not be present enough to receive the clearest messages we can receive. One of the simplest ways to do this is by centering ourselves with several deep breaths, connecting to our hearts in the present moment, and to ground ourselves. When I do this and I connect with my heart and I connect with the beating of my heart and just with my breath, one of the things I then like to do is I like to imagine red cords are coming out from the bottom of my feet, and I visualize that I'm taking those red cords down through the ground, through the many layers of crystals and minerals and rocks until I get to the core center of the earth. And once I get to that core center of the earth, then I wrap my red cords around that core center, and with it attached to my feet, attached to me, I start to pulse. My heart starts to pulse in the same beating as Mother Gaia, as Mother Earth, and I ground and I connect my heart with the groundedness of Mother Earth in this way. Once I've grounded myself, the next thing I like to do is establish who I'll be inviting to join the reading. I do this with an invocation that sets my intentions, and it establishes beyond a shadow of a doubt who I will be accepting messages from and who I will be partnering with. So just like I do before my Angel Healing House healing practice sessions, my Reiki sessions with clients, I say an invocation. And when I do a Reiki session with a client, I will start it off by saying, "Beautiful Mother Earth and beloved Father Sky, thank you so much for allowing me to be the conduit to help in the healing of the mind and the body and the soul." And then I say the client's name. I call upon and invite my archangels, my angels, my spirit guides, light beings, the fairy realm, who are working only in the highest frequency of love and light. Because I know that there is nothing that is more powerful than my sovereign, independent, multidimensional nature, divine eternal nature. I set the tone for only the highest God-aligned light. So those are some 7 steps to make sure that our environment and our intentions are bright and clear, so that we can be open to channel only the brightest and the highest, clearest energies that will be attracted to us. Now, in the past couple of videos, I have done a full 10-card Celtic cross and explained what those positions were. But sometimes we don't have time. We all lead, very busy lives, and we don't have the time to do a full 10-card spread every single day. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be showing you a general 5-card reading. It's quick. And in the first position, let me pick up my cards. These are my Angel Healing House healing cards, and hopefully they will be available for purchase sometime, maybe, perhaps later this year. So first thing we're going to do is to clear the cards is to knock, 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 is to clear them. Okay, so I'm going to choose 5 cards. And the first card that we're going to be choosing is our general situation. What is going on for us? Now, whenever you find the video, and whenever you watch it, it's got some information for you. Of course, can't possibly resonate with everyone, but there might be something in here that you're drawn to. And the general situation is what's going on. What information can we garner from that card in our general situation? I like this because it works for if your question is about love, if your question is about work, it's a career, if it's about health, if it's about self-worth, if it's about family, friends, romantic connections. Okay, so let's go to the first one. 1, 2. Oh, that really wanted to come out. Okay. The first card that's coming out for us is our general situation, is the 4 of Pentacles. Now, going into this week, today is a very auspicious day. We have the full moon in Sagittarius. This full moon in Sagittarius on June 14th today is lighter, it's brighter, it's friendlier, it's bringing us those Sagittarian qualities of being adventurous, being curious, being to discover. And you see in my Four of Pentacles, which I created, she's hanging on very tightly. Up until now, maybe she's been a bit apprehensive. She's been a little bit stressed out. Maybe she's been isolated. Maybe she's isolated herself. But the Four of Pentacles is reminding us it's okay now to let go. To let go and to surrender what's coming in for us. We don't have to hold on so tightly anymore. We've done a very good job in integrating and healing not only ourselves on an individual level, but also on a collective level. And now, just like she's going on a trip to the jungle, we can go on some trips. So if you can swing it, and I don't mean like swinging it like Tarzan in this jungle. I do mean if you can swing it, even, I'm not even talking about going on an airplane. I'm talking about like getting in your car and just driving to a destination. A change is as good as the holiday. And before you go, have the intention in your heart to say, show me the wonderment and the enchantment and the adventure of life. Let my eyes be open to people who I can help, and let my eyes be open to people who can help me, and let me remain in the present moment. And you just might be amazed at what comes in for you. The number 4 is also a card of more stability and structure and security in our lives. And our security never comes from outside circumstances. Our security comes always, always from our knowing that we are divine and eternal, we are guided and supported, and abundance is our nature, and that everything happens in divine timing. How blessed are each and every one of us. So there we go. Don't hold on so tight. Let go. Okay, so what is the next card? So in our 5-card spread, we've got that. Let go. Surrender. Okay. Lighten up a little bit. Go someplace you've never been before. Try something you've never done before. Try a food or an activity or something. Get your hair cut, I feel so much lighter since getting my hair cut, 2 weeks ago. It's just like, lighten up. Okay, next card that's coming out for us is what is helping us and the cards always go back to the general situation. What is helping us to go on these adventures? What is helping us to surrender? Well, let's see. We go from the 4 of Pentacles to the 2 of Pentacles. And she doesn't look like she's on very stable ground, does she? Okay. What is helping us is if we start to prioritize our lives. Okay? The posse of angels, my angelic family, who I am part of, we want you to know that this 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 130 year life that we're going to be living, or longer as technology comes in to increase our lifespans or whatever, it is a blip on the radar screen. And while you're here, you might as well enjoy yourself. Life is about experiencing things. It's about our expansion, but we're also here to have fun and to enjoy life. And they want us to know that what's going to help us tremendously to let go is if we balance things in our life, and we prioritize, what are you working for if you're not enjoying life? I spoke to a client this morning who is a wonderful spiritual teacher, and she was just so tired, and she was just so physically spent and exhausted. And the posse of angels was saying, "You're not here. You're not here to be productive. What is productive if you're pushing yourself to what you think you ought to, or have to, or should be doing?" All those words are very heavy on our hearts. The more that we allow ourselves to have creative passion, and that we are driven by that excitability in our hearts, that's the energy that they want for us to prioritize in our lives. You can be as spiritual as you can be, and you can be as miserable too. Just because you have all the spiritual knowledge doesn't mean that you'll be happy. So they're saying, prioritize that child inside of you that wants to go to the circus. Who wouldn't want to go to the circus? Just as long as they don't harm the animals. And grab a balloon and just, experience life. That's what they're saying. These two cards are very much alike. So that would help us. That would help us to connect with the inner child inside of us. The next card is our challenge. Okay. The Six of Pentacles. I know what they're bringing up about this one. So we go from the 4 to the 2, back up to the 6. And the challenge in all of this is to open ourselves to receiving. As spirit in human bodies, and with so many of us having awakened a long time ago, and some of us have awakened recently, but we're so used to giving. We're so used to giving and sharing of our time, of our money, of our value, of our knowledge, of our free content, and all of this thing. But it's now time. It's now the challenge is to open to receive now. Because after these eclipses that we went through in May, it's a time of karmic payback. It's a time of karmic payout. And really, it is a time with the universe for all that you've been through and all that you've sacrificed in many ways to help and shift others and the ascension of the planet and all of that, all the light that you've shared. Now it's time for the universe to give to us, but we can't. We can't get what the universe is going to be giving to us if we don't open to receive. So you see those little critters at the bottom on my card, my raccoon and my little chippy monk there, and my skunk. They all have their hands open. So a great thing that I like to do is I like to spread my arms wide and say, I am open to receive all the abundance in the universe. I'm just open to receive. And the angels, the universe knows me better than I know myself. And so I don't put restrictions and constrictions on how that should come in. But that's our challenge at the moment. We've done all the hard yards. You don't have to do anything anymore. All you need to do is to surrender and open to receive. The next card that's coming in for us is the advice from Spirit. Okay. So the advice of Spirit, how to surrender, how to prioritize, and how to open up to receive, is to be observant. Most people don't receive the messages. Most don't receive because they expect it and are attached to it coming in a certain way. And that's what the Eight of Wands is. It's a message coming in for you. The hawk in my Eight of Wands is the messenger coming in. It's the good news, the rainbow. The rainbow is that message of hope, of inspiration, of pertinent information coming in. Could be a letter, could be snail mail, could be email, could be a text, or could be phone calls. Somebody wants to meet with you or something. The 8 is the number of abundance and prosperity. So the advice from Spirit is remain in the present moment and let go of your attachment and your expectation as to how your karmic payback and how your karmic payout needs to come in. Now, I was speaking with a client this morning, and one of the messages that came through was, you are already living the fulfillment of your dream. You don't have to wait for anything. What we think we're waiting for is an expectation or an attachment, but in every moment we are blessed, and in every moment we are receiving. It may not be what the ego thinks it wants to receive, but in every moment, for our soul's highest purpose, we are where we need to be, or we wouldn't be there. I can tell you from my work as a spiritual teacher, Angel Ariel. I'm speaking from Angel Ariel as a spiritual teacher across the veil, that we angels can't interfere with free will and free choice, but we can set up bumpers and all kinds of obstacles to just steer humans, our human charges, into different ways which would be most beneficial for them to go. But you're always where you're meant to be, because that is where the blessings are. Okay. So the outcome, once we let go, once we really truly surrender, once we prioritize that it's not just about being productive. You're a divine, eternal nature. You are a reflection of God's source energy. And because you're this, you're here to experience and to enjoy this human experience. And once we prioritize and balance that, once we receive, then we're just in the present moment. And we are in awe of what we've created and what we've created. And if we've created this, we can go on to create even more things. So the outcome, once we do all of this, is, look at that card, is the Magician. You become the alchemist. You become the alchemist in your life, the magician, because you know in any given moment that you are working with spirit and you have all the tools that you need to be able to manifest exactly what you want. But the thing is, do not put any of the emphasis on how it comes in and when it comes in, because that's the providence of God and the angels. Now, if you have seen tarot card readers, they'll often say, okay, they'll turn a card over and say, okay, now we're going to clarify a card. I don't use that word. I just don't use that word, because the message that comes in is the message that comes in for me. It doesn't need clarification. The message that I gave you about that card is to surrender and not hold on so tightly as to what's going to come in and when it's going to come in for you and what it should look like and that kind of thing. But I don't use the word clarified, but what I do is I will use another deck to layer the messages. And that's very different from clarifying. The message is what it is. It doesn't need clarification. But if you want to layer your tarot readings, I'm now using the Golden Nouveau Tarot. These are beautiful cards. And let's wake the cards up. Okay. And let's see how we can layer those messages. Whoop! Wow. That one just jumped in my face. Okay. Here. Okay. Go over there. Okay. The next card, the card that jumped out was the Queen of Pentacles. So we have those two. We have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is that card of grounding ourselves into reality, getting out of our heads, Yes, it's wonderful to be spiritual, but what's the point of that if we don't ground it into reality? So it's to become grounded, and it's to become earthed, and both of these cards are about connecting with Mother Nature. Okay, so the way that we surrender is we ground ourselves. Okay, so that's the layering that goes into that card. The next card that comes out is this one. The Two of Pentacles comes out, the Six of Cups comes out with the Two of Pentacles, and this is the Child card. Now this is confirmation that we need to tap into the inner child. We need to buy those balloons and go to the circus, or go to a fairground, or do those things that allow us to have fun and to play, and to really connect in with that wonderment and that enchantment of life that so many of us have just put our nose to the grindstone, and all we can think about is just being more productive, and that's not what life is about. Life is about having experiences and opening to experiences, and that expands. That expands when we open ourselves up to go on more adventures, to be more curious, and to discover more. The next card that's coming out for us, sometimes this does happen. The Six of Pentacles is layered by the Six of Pentacles. What does that mean? That means you better take note. You better take note of opening up to receive, because the universe really wants us to know that it's not so much what we're doing now as it is that our hearts are open to receive in the way that Spirit wants us to receive. Wow. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens that, that now let's go with this card. The next card, which is the advice from Spirit, is the Three of Wands. Both of these cards are expectant cards. This is watching our ships come in, and this is being observant just only in the present moment. Expect the unexpected, one might say, but know that the hard work and all of the diligence and the efforts that we put into our dreams and the things that we intended, well, they're going to come up in our reality. The number 3 in this card here, the Golden Tarot, is the card of creation and miracles. So when we put those two together, yes, stay in the present moment, and then see the wonderment and the enchantment and the fulfillment of your desires coming in. The next card, if you remember what our outcome was, that once we do this, we become the alchemist. The next card is this one, is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is, we will be busy in taking action on those things that we manifest for ourselves. So, it's a case of be careful what you wish for, and be careful where you put your thoughts, your words, your feelings, and your attention on, because in these higher vibrational frequencies, this energy will come in for us. They wanted me to look under the deck. Sometimes we look under the deck in tarot just to find a hidden message. What's the hidden message out there for us? The hidden message here is the Strength card. The Strength card in traditional tarot, long time ago, was the Breakthrough card, because now we are strong enough. We are strong enough to surrender and to let go and to co-create with Spirit. So I hope that all that's been helpful for you. So once again, those positions were, number 1 is a general situation. Number 2 is what is helping us. The third one is the challenge. The fourth spot was, advice from Spirit. And then we have the outcome card. Now, the Posse of Angels wanted me to choose an animal oracle today. Excuse me, which I usually don't do, but they wanted to shake things up. We have the Spirit Animal Oracle. And what came in for us was, well, it didn't so much as jump in, and it didn't so much as skip in, and I've had some cards dance out of my tarot decks, but this card, look how sweet that is. That's Dear Spirit. And this one strolled and meandered into the reading today. The Posse of Angels, my angelic family, well, they wish to remind us all that Dear Spirit's message is that each of us has the ability now to be sure-footed and confident in creating a new reality for ourselves. Now that many in the conscious collective have stepped into their divine eternal natures, their powerful, independent natures, they deeply know that regardless of any illusion that anyone shows us, each of us is creating our own reality. Knowing this, we do not have to fight or push or control anyone to accept or change their agenda, but we need only to show humility and respect for others while respecting and honoring our choices. And in these non-judgmental energies, we can now experience a new sense of calm that now has the space to surface and become our dominant way of feeling. As we step into the second half of this year of 2022, be very aware that by embracing this dear spirit who says, bring a gentle touch, we will find great strength and assurance to gracefully create our lives, and we'll do this with generosity, kindness, compassion, and humility, and to afford others the same liberties to create their own worlds, just as they wish and just as they choose. So thank you so much, dear Spirit, for coming in with your sweetness. It's so lovely. As we do every week on my videos, we will finish off by making some magic. Making magic with Priestess Moon cards. I hope everybody's well. Posse of Angels, 3. No, that's too many. That's too many. I would like 3. As I mentioned in my previous video, many of us here in the Northern Hemisphere are enjoying the summer. Hope it's not too hot. I know I have family on the East Coast, and they are dealing with 100 degrees and 100% humidity. See if you can find some cool spots, or maybe cold watermelon to douse those flames. And then I have lovely clients and beautiful family in Australia who are going into those very cold winter months. One more. Okay, there we go. The first card that's coming out for us is Time to Shine. This one seems to be coming out all the time. Maybe we really need to remind ourselves to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Every word you say, every thought you think, every feeling that you have, every action that you take, every visualization, every intuition, make it all light-filled. And then you will see more light in your life. The next card comes out is One Enchanted Evening, the perfect night. So, they're giving me a vision of going out and looking at the stars. Going out and looking at the stars. And know that we are connected to the stars. And so many people, especially around this time with more talk of star seeds and our intergalactic brothers and sisters helping with the ascension of the planet, they're more connected with the with the stars and the planets and the solar systems and the galaxies and all of that. So anyway, that's what they're saying for that. And then this one is insight opens the third eye to strengthen our intuition. And some people say, well, I'm not very intuitive, but something in their gut tells them to either step forward or not step forward. Something tells them maybe it's not the right time, or maybe they get very excited about something. This is their intuition, and the more we tap into following those intuitive insights, the more the universe, it's like they sprinkle magical breadcrumbs in order for us to follow. I hope all that's been helpful for you. If you do have tarot questions, please send them to Candy, Candy, at angelhealinghouse.com. Do remember that in a few days' time, I will be on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, now in its 11th year, and maybe you can call in for a free mini angel reading, as I've given away thousands and thousands of free mini angel readings, myself and my angelic family, the Posse of Angels, over the last 11 years. And also on Saturdays, I post as well a Walk-in Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom with the astrological forecast for the upcoming week, and also an oracle card reading. So go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings. And I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.